he comes, here he comes. There's the trumpets, there's the drums, here he comes. Hopalong Cassidy, here he
Red Condors and I had come to Big Bend at the insistence of its Law and Order Committee. They hoped we could keep the peace until after its scheduled vote on a territorial charter. My old friend, banker Henry Warren, had told us that all previous elections to incorporate under a reform government had failed. Voters were intimidated by the gunslingers of Buck Staley, a ruthless gambler who bossed the wide-open town. So far, our mission had been kept a secret.
Boys, let's empty the stranger's pockets of the pile. He just won at the saloon.
You ain't no stranger to me, Carney.
Let's get out of here. Take care of him, Red.
Like my man was trying to shake me by taking a long about way into town. I figured I could get to the main road and still beat him there.
Who are you?
Cassidy, the town marshal.
Town marshal? Don't tell me this is another one of those Law and Order Committee jokes.
I'm afraid not. I'm arresting you for attempted highway robbery and assault with a deadly weapon.
You're arresting me, huh? You wait till Buck Staley hears about this.
He'll hear about it during visiting hours. In jail.
You've got nothing on me.
You can tell that to the judge. Hi, Henry.
Oh, hello, Hoppy.
Hello, Jenny.
Hello.
We just caught Carney pulling a hold-up job. I got him in jail. Red took his victim over to the doctor.
Good work, Hoppy. But Carney's only a henchman. If we could only get something tangible against Staley himself, then our elections could be run as they should be.
Well, we'll try to get an early date set for the trial. I'll ride over to the county seat and see if Judge Ferguson won't hold court here.
But we don't have a courthouse in Big Bend.
What's the matter with the bank?
Not a bad idea. I'll go see who our victim is.
Good. I want to have a talk with your niece. What do you hear if you play, Jenny?
Well, he just received a $5,000 fee from winning a very important criminal case. In fact, he's on his way to Big Bend. He'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, I'm glad to hear he's doing so well. You know, since he hung up his shingle back there, he hasn't written me. But I guess he's been kind of busy.
Well, that's no excuse. He should have known how disappointed you'd be. After all, as your favorite nephew, he owes you an explanation.
Well, he did write and tell me he wanted to get a little practical experience before he came back here. But now that he's coming back, I sure would like to see him serve as prosecutor in Big Bend's first criminal trial.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
That might convince him he should stay out here, huh?
He better. I mean, after all, you are entitled to some show on your money.
Well, I'm going over to the county seat to talk to Judge Ferguson. While I'm there, I'm going to ask him if he won't appoint Clay special prosecutor. Think he'd like that?
Oh, I know he would.
Good. I'll see you later.
I've been expecting you, Staley. What are you carrying? 15 minutes.
Thanks.
Look, I want to get out of here. What are you grinning at?
A letter I just got from an ex-partner back in St. Louis. All about a young criminal lawyer who just pulled him out of a bad legal trap. The lawyer's name was Morgan. His fee was $5,000.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
According to our mutual friend, Clay Morgan likes the kind of living that only money can buy.
And you think he may come out here?
If I make it worth his while.
Say, did you say Clay Morgan?
Yeah. Why?
Well, before Hoppy left for the county seat, I heard him tell Red that his nephew, Clay Morgan, was arriving tomorrow. He was going to try to get him appointed special prosecutor. Could be the same one.
Yeah, could be. Probably on his way here when Cassidy nabbed you. Now, Clay can't know anything about you or the charges against you, or what Cassidy has in mind for him. Besides, I think he'll work for the side that gets there firstest with the mostest, as the general said. That stagecoach doesn't leave the railhead till tomorrow morning. Clay's train gets there tonight.
I see what you mean.
I had ridden all night after my successful visit with Judge Ferguson. I wanted to surprise Clay and greet him with a special appointment. Let him know that I wasn't upset over his staying back in St. Louis. Jenny had already dragged Warren down to the stage depot.
You still got plenty of time to get to the edge of town, flag the stage down, and ride it in. Better luck next time, Clay.
Wish I'd taken time to clean up a bit.
She won't know the difference. That stage ride from the railhead's a rough one.
Yeah, sure. Well, I guess I better get out of here before somebody recognizes me. Uh-oh. I'll never make it. Fellow out there with Jenny and Warren is my uncle. Wonder what he's doing here. Well, I guess I might as well face the music.
You don't have to tell him you've been here all night.
Well, that isn't the worst of it. I was going to ask Jenny to go back to St. Louis as my wife, and now I can't.
Because of the money I won?
That's my worry, isn't it?
Oh, wait a minute, Clay. Maybe I can help.
No, forget it, Buck.
No, listen. This is business. Come on, sit down. It's about my friend Carney.
My advice is on the house. Anybody can get Carney out of that jam.
But I need somebody who knows all the answers. You want to go ahead with your wedding plans?
My wedding plans will take a lot of money. Why does Carney mean so much to you?
It's not only Carney. Nobody around here knows anything about due process of law. I'm afraid that so-called law and order committee's planning on using it to get rid of anybody that disagrees with them.
No, they can't do that.
You heard what happened to Carney. You said he was innocent.
I said he could be innocent in the eyes of the law.
All right. Prove that at his trial, and I'll tear up that check you gave me to cover your gambling losses. Fair enough?
You just made a deal, mister.
Yes, they paid up in the place of
I
theirs,
wonder
Mom.
what keeps... Clay!
It was Clay, all right, but not the bright-eyed youngster who'd left the bar 25 years before. City living, success, different manners, clothes, society, all seemed to have changed him far beyond his years. I was hoping that the long journey or overwork had given him that tired look. If he was self-conscious about going against my wishes, he certainly didn't show it by the way he took my hand and said what a surprise it was to find me there. I was about to tell Clay the big surprise Jenny and I had arranged when he interrupted to explain how Buck Staley had made his acquaintance while he was waiting for the stage at the railhead, and then driven him to Big Bend in his carriage, a welcome relief after the long train ride. Warren and the Law and Order Committee had warned me that I was underestimating Buck Staley. I was wondering if he'd deliberately planned that meeting with Clay and why, when I heard Clay telling Jenny that she was going to get a chance to see him in action, right here in Big Bend.
Hoppy, Mr. Staley's just retained me to defend his business associate, Carney, in Big Ben's first criminal trial.
Staley's retained you.
Sure.
Why, what's wrong?
Well, there's plenty wrong. But this is not the place to talk about it. Come on over to the bank.
Well, all right. How long do you think a decent community is going to put up with a law and order group that allows one person to jail its citizens for over 24 hours without benefit of a hearing?
But, Clay, there was no request for bail or counsel.
I was informed the prisoner requested transfer to the county seat until Big Ben was duly constituted to offer bail and counsel.
Well, I knew nothing about that.
Are you going to believe Carney or Hoppy?
I'm an attorney, Jenny. It's my first duty to believe the accused innocent until proven guilty.
The innocent. It's no secret that Carney works for Buck Staley and that Staley bosses the lawless element of this town.
Guilt isn't based on bad reputation, sir. To put an innocent person in prison is a terrible thing. An impartial court must have proof of guilt beyond all reason of a doubt.
And Judge Ferguson's court will have just that. Bearcat Smith told me that the voice of the man who tried to rob and murder him belonged to Carney. Now, what reason would he have for lying?
It all depends on the circumstances.
I ain't unlocking no jail, and Cassidy says so.
What is it, Red?
Oh, Staley brought this loco galoot in to have a look and listen to Rawhide Carney. Now he says we jailed the wrong man.
What's that?
Well, it's gospel, Mr. Warren. Rawhide Carney don't look or sound a thing like the hombre that gun whipped me.
But just after it happened, you swore to me that...
I guess I was still out of my head. You must have been putting words in my mouth.
Why are you lying? Get away from me.
We don't need your help, Clay.
All right, get on your feet.
Hoppy, I'd advise you to release Carney on the grounds of insufficient evidence.
But, Clay, All right, Red, go release the prisoner.
I told you our town wasn't ready for your newfangled ideas on law enforcement. Now look where it's got us.
Oh, I don't know, Henry. We haven't lost yet.
Actually, you've won. Today, we've just seen justice triumph through due process of law instead of the six-gun. So let's all go over to my saloon and celebrate. Drinks are on the house.
Wait a minute. Hoppy, if Carney and his cutthroats are free to celebrate, they might get out of hand.
That's right, Staley. So there'll be no more drinks served in town today.
So we'll go out of town to my hacienda. I'll give a party.
Staley, get out of this bank.
Sure, Henry. See you later at my place, Clay.
Bearcat, I want a sworn statement of what you just said here a while ago.
He lives just north of town. Draw up your statement. He'll sign it. Come on.
Jenny, I'm sorry we haven't had more time to get together, but now that this is all over, maybe we can start to make some plans.
I'm afraid we're not interested in your plans.
Jenny?
I don't know, Clay. I'm all mixed up. Please, just go away and leave me alone.
Would you hand me my hat, please?
Hi, Clay. Sit down.
I know how ungrateful I must seem to you, Hoppy.
Well, Clay, I don't feel that way about it. You did what you thought was right.
I know, but this is the second time I've let you down.
Every man should be guided by his own conscience.
That's right. My reasons for defending Carney weren't wrong.
Certainly not. You're a lawyer.
I just should have looked into the motives behind the man who hired me.
That's right.
You finished writing that deposition of Bearcat Smith's testimony?
Yeah, I just finished it. How about giving it a professional going over?
Saloons are all closed, Hoppy. Carney's boys are nowhere in town.
That's good. They're probably all gone out to Staley's place.
It looks all right. A few errors, but we can correct them on the way out. Do you mind if I ride with you? I want to talk to Bearcat again.
Aren't you going to Staley's celebration?
Guess I have to later.
All right, you can come along with me. He can use your horse, can't he, Red?
Sure, help us out.
Thanks.
All right.
These statements are full of mistakes. What's the matter with you, girl?
Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle Henry, but I just can't get my mind off Clay.
After what he's done to this town, to us, and to you?
It's what we might have done to him that worries me. I turned my back on him just when he needed me the most. Uncle Henry, right or wrong, my place is with him.
I forbid it.
I'm sorry, Uncle.
Yes, ma'am. He left here about an hour ago with Hoppy, and I think he said he was going over to Staley's place.
Oh, thank you.
But why drive all the way back to town, Miss Jenny? Clay will be here pretty soon. Let me fix you something cool to drink.
Oh, no, thank you. Please don't let me interrupt your card game. I'll just wait out here in the garden.
Well, as you wish. Make yourself at home. Here, ma'am.
Outrageous, sir.
I know I ain't invited. But you go tell Buck Staley that Bearcat Smith is out here and wants to see him. Pronto.
Where my hand? You should have had better sense than to come here today, Bearcat.
Well, I had to. Cassidy's got Clay Morgan figuring that you paid me to lie about Carney. They've been out to my place pumping me.
You slipped up?
No, Buck, but they ain't gonna let me up till I do. I'm scared. Why didn't you tell me that they could send me up for lying about that story?
Bearcat, you better get out of town.
Well, that's just why I'm here. You give me the payoff and I'll be on my way. Why, Cassidy won't even allow me to spit on the street from now on.
I haven't got that much cash here.
Now, Staley, if you're trying to welch on...
No. I'm not trying to welch. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you 10 times the amount I agreed to.
Where's that girl?
Hey, this check's signed by Clay Morgan.
Sure, he's my attorney. All you have to do is endorse it on the back.
Wow. It's made out for almost $5,000. Who's got that much cash?
Henry Warren. And he knows Clay's good for it, too. If you hurry, you can get that money today before the bank closes.
You know, this is the first time I've ever been paid to leave any place. Thanks.
All right, sister, you've heard enough. Staley, this little lady was mighty interested in your palaver out there.
Well, it's too bad, Miss Jenny. Now you'll have to write Uncle Henry a little note saying you eloped with Clay Morgan.
Clay is still in town.
He won't be for long. Not after Uncle Henry shows a few people that check I just gave to Bearcat Smith.
Well, I guess I better be going if I'm going to catch that railhead coach.
I don't know why you want to leave here. Why don't you stick around a while?
I'll be back to help you if you nail Bearcat Smith or any of the Staley gang, whether Warren likes it or not. Meanwhile, I can't make any money here.
Clay, someday you're going to find out there are more important things in the world than money. For instance, what are you going to do about Jenny?
Well, that's up to her. I'm about as popular with her as I am with the Law and Order Committee. Anyway, I want a wife who's going to stick by regardless of what happens.
Howdy, man. Jenny finds you, Clay.
Jenny?
Yeah, she was in here about an hour ago. She's mighty anxious to see you.
What's
the matter with that guy?
He's not as tough as he sounds, is he?
What's this check and payment for?
What's it to you?
We'll see what the marshal says about it.
Hold it, Warren. Give me that check.
Drop that gun. I caught him robbing the bank.
You murdered him to keep him quiet about this check. It's as plain as day. Clay bribed him to swear a lie and killed him when I got suspicious.
Let me see that. Well, it is your signature. What would you be paying him nearly $5,000 for?
$5,000? Well, I didn't give him that check.
Well, then what was he doing with it?
Arrest him, Hoppy.
Stay where you are.
Put down that gun, Clay.
Sorry, Hoppy. Maybe Warren was right. Maybe Big Ben's not ready for our newfangled ideas.
Well, that may be true, but I can still help you.
You're helping him get away with murder. What more? I'll get a posse.
That's as far as you're going, Henry. This is my job.
It'll be your last one. I'll see to that.
Red, keep him here till I get back.
I called the party off. I didn't think you could make it.
I found this scarf in the seat of that buckboard outside. What are you trying to pull now, Staley?
Pull? I don't understand.
Oh, stop it. Where's Jenny Warren? What have you done with her?
Well, Clay, you're my attorney, my friend. I wouldn't try to steal your girl.
No, just like you wouldn't try to frame me with that check you gave Bearcat Smith when you promised you'd tear it up.
What check?
Never mind that now. Get up. You're going to take me to Jenny.
Look around you, Clay. You see, it's nicer this way. If you'd have shot me, who can tell what might have happened to Miss Jenny?
Why, you dirty rat.
Let's go, boys. The young lovers are united at last.
Get it, boys?
No, I don't get it, Carney. Explain. All right, Clay, get the gun.
Yes, sir, Marshal.
All right, come on. Get out of here. Red, get them all out of here. Take them over to jail.
All right, get out of the way.
All right. What a gang. Henry, I'm sorry I had to get a little rough this afternoon.
That's all right, Hoppy. You had your job to do.
Well, Bearcat was bribed all right, but Clay didn't do it. Jenny's testimony will clear him and can fix Staley.
On one condition.
What's that?
The next time Clay Morgan goes poker playing, he'll leave his checkbook home with me.
You're in for trouble, son. Hi there. Did you hear what the man said? I did, and I agree with every word of it. If you buy his product, I'm sure you'll like it, and it'll tickle my sponsor to death. Now, a thought for my little partners. Be happy and proud that you're an American. Remember, there are millions of little boys and girls all over the world that'd give anything for that privilege. Until next week, so long and good luck to you.
There he goes, on his way, down the moonlit trail to where cowboys race. Hopalong Cassidy, Hopalong Cassidy, he'll return soon again. There's no use to say goodbye until then. Hopalong Cassidy.